Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. We love to take these journeys into the world of AI, and today's is a particularly interesting one, at least to me anyway.
Absolutely.
As always, we are going to be looking at AI Agent Store for this.
Of course. Yeah.
And we're going to spotlight a specific AI agent called aicut. And I think this one is really interesting because the promise here is that it's going to help people create and grow faceless YouTube
That's
channels.
right.
So I don't know about you, but when I first saw that, I was like, faceless YouTube, what is that?
Yeah. It's very intriguing, isn't it?
It is. So I am really excited to learn more about this, and I'm especially excited to have you here to break it down for us because,
Yeah.
as much as I love exploring these tools, sometimes the tech behind them can get a little,
Yeah, a little bit complicated.
over my head a little bit.
Absolutely.
So I'm hoping you can sort of demystify all that for us.
I'll certainly try my best.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is aicut, and what does it actually do?
So aicut is an AI agent that automates the creation and posting of videos on YouTube and actually TikTok as well.
Oh, well.
And it specifically focuses on this kind of faceless video content, so you don't have to be on camera yourself.
Okay, so it's doing all the video editing and everything.
Exactly. It handles everything from generating the content to actually scheduling the posts.
Wow, so you don't even need to know how to use video editing software or anything like that?
Nope, not at all. Which is a big barrier for a lot of people, I think.
For sure, for sure. And the idea is that this is going to help people grow their channels.
That's the goal. Yes.
Right.
It's all about creating engaging content that attracts viewers and gets people to subscribe.
I'm seeing here that it talks about different video styles like fake text stories and AI-generated image stories. So could you give us a little more detail on what those actually look like?
Yeah, so fake text stories are essentially those animated text conversations you see all over social media.
Right, right.
So it's like you're watching a text message conversation unfold on screen. And then AI-generated image stories are more like slideshows, but much more dynamic.
Okay.
So it's a series of images that tells a story, and aicut can add music, sound effects, even voiceovers.
So, it's funny because we talk about AI a lot and the potential it has to, really change the world and everything. But when I hear about tools like this, it really hits home. Like this is really happening right now.
It is, and it's moving so fast.
It's mind-blowing. And I guess it's exciting, but it's also a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little bit intimidating too.
Yeah, I think that's a natural reaction.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about the potential pitfalls here because, it sounds great, having an AI create all your content for you. But are there any downsides that we should be aware of?
Well, one concern is the potential loss of that personal touch, right?
Right.
Like if you're not actually in the videos, your audience might not feel as connected to you.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like, yeah, if you think about your favorite YouTubers, it's usually because you connect with them on a personal level.
Exactly. It's their personalities or experiences that draw you in.
So maybe this is more a tool for people who just don't want to be on camera but still want to create content.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Okay, and what about this whole 69% autonomy thing? What does that even mean?
So when we talk about AI agent autonomy, we're talking about how much human input is required.
Right.
So on one end of the spectrum, you have fully manual tools where you have to do everything yourself.
Okay.
And then on the other end, you have fully autonomous agents that can operate completely independently.
Got it.
aicut falls somewhere in between. It does require some initial human input, like, your brand guidelines, your target audience.
Right.
And you should also be checking in periodically to make sure the content is meeting your standards.
Okay, so it's not like you just set it and forget it.
Not quite, but it does take a lot of the work off your plate.
So who do you think would benefit most from using a tool like aicut?
I think it could be a game changer for a lot of different people, content creators, social media managers, digital marketers, anyone who's really strapped for time.
Yeah.
Or wants to experiment with faceless video content, without having to learn all the technical skills.
And it sounds like even people who already have those skills, like video editors,
Yeah.
could maybe use this to free up their time to focus on more creative tasks.
Exactly. Like they could use aicut to handle the simpler stuff.
Interesting. So this could be a win-win for a lot of people.
Potentially, yes.
This is really fascinating stuff, and it's amazing to see how quickly this technology is evolving, but it does make you wonder what's next. Where's all this heading?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is, and I don't know if we have the answer, but it's definitely something to think about. So if any of our listeners are interested in learning more about aicut or just exploring the world of AI agents in general, be sure to check out aiagentstore.ai. You'll find a ton of resources there.
Great resource.
All right. Well, that's about all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.